My name is Haylee and I am 16 years old. As I get older, I have one question for people who have really experienced life. Do you have deep regrets? So, I got a camera, some lights, and a microphone, and I decided to go out and get an answer to this question.
Oh, many.
Just one.
Yes.
Everybody has regrets.
Not really, no.
The way I handled my first marriage.
I have a regret that I probably spent too much of my life working and not enough with family time.
I think I married too young.
I was a heavy smoker early in life.
When I got married, 18. And that put my college education back a few years. But when I look at it from this point of view at the age of almost 82, which I'll be in February, I find that a lot of those experiences were really well worthwhile. We came from very different backgrounds, and I think that probably was something that if I had waited a little longer, gone to college and maybe met someone there, there would have been an easier life for me and my 3 children. But you can't go back and rearrange that, so.
I married a gal that I wanted to marry, but apparently she didn't want to marry me. It was not a good marriage to begin with. And then when our first child came, she was unexpected, and my wife resented the child. Our second child, my wife wanted, and so they got along better. But when I left Utah to come out here, at that time I hadn't been away from her for decades, so I didn't know what would happen once I got out here, and I realized how bad the situation was. A lot of things in life, once you've done one thing, it's hard to go back and figure out what would have changed. I shouldn't have married her because she didn't want to be married, not to me at least. There's a lot of things that could have gone differently, but I figure at the time I came back from the military and I had it in my head that I wanted to do one thing, and I kept pursuing it, but I've learned since that I could have made a lot of other choices.
I taught for 39 years and immersed myself totally in that job. Started young, finished college in 3 years and started very young. Oh, I was barely 21. No, I couldn't have stayed away. I did love being a professional teacher, and I still keep up with so many of the kids. But I do regret working as long as I did. I would have quit maybe 5 years earlier, spent more time with my grandkids.
I was a heavy smoker early in life. I would say that's a regret that I have, that I was not good for my health, and but yet I'm an older person, so I got through. But when I was coming through school, we didn't know that smoking was as dangerous to our health as it turned out to be. Late high school, I just started to smoke myself. At camp in the summertime, walking into the it was girls in a Y camp, and in the evening we'd walk into town and people would have cigarettes and passed around, and I started to smoke at that time too. But by the time my children were going to school, they were finding out the danger of nicotine and the cigarette contents. It was relaxing, it was social. Yes, I think the wrinkles over the top of my lips came from smoking.
I think my life followed pretty much the path that my family had set for it.
and I just kind of just did everything as the time came. I lost both my husband and I lost my dad, and those were both incidents that took a fair amount of time to recover from. But recover you do, because that's what you have to do.
I was a gutsy lady when the American Nazi Party in Chicago was harassing Jewish families, including me with my 3 kids. I was divorced then, and so it was just me and the kids. We found people to go inside of their party, and they found that the American Nazi Party was not paying taxes on all of the donations they got from places all over this country. And so we put someone on the inside, and he got the information for us. We turned it over to the FBI, who turned it over to the feds, and put them all in federal prison for life because they were killing people, and they weren't going to get away with that.
I still think of myself as a teacher and a director, and so much of my identity is caught up in that. I can't imagine not doing that.
It's very difficult to imagine changing the past because you really can't change the past. I don't think there's nothing that would prevent it from happening, but there are a lot of things that I've done differently. I might not have gotten into it in the first place, but it happened, and that's how life goes. You have to deal with it and try to make the best of it. I'm happy with my children. I'm happy that they're doing what they're doing in their lives, and they're reasonably happy.
I loved working with high school kids. I loved working on the theater. I loved everything about teaching except for paper grading. I think probably some of the happiest days I had, I was also a singer, a barbershop singer, was the competitions that we went to and all the practicings that we did, trying to get the harmonies to all form together and sound decently, and then you get on the stage and you hope that the judges like it. That was fun. It was tremendous fun.
It's hard to quit smoking, but after I succeeded, I never regretted it.
Don't be anti-Semitic.
Think before you act.
I think people should begin to understand each other.
Don't do anything that alters your mind. Your mind is a very precious part of you.
Stay caring, make your voice heard, watch politics and vote, and vote to change the world for the better. First of all, have fun. Enjoy it. High school years are some of the most fun years in your whole life. It's when you still feel like you can just laugh about anything, nothing is terribly serious, and it's just a fun time, and enjoy it, and enjoy it.